Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Centene. It is time for another update, and on this chart we are tracking a pretty simple pattern where we have a wave 1, 2 and 3 complete. Now we are tracking the wave 4, in which we expect to find support in the area between the $44 level all the way down to the $18 level at the 50% retracement, and as long as this holds, we are looking to form another high in a fifth wave to the upside, where we would complete a larger 5-wave move structure, having a wave 1, a larger structure in a wave 1 complete. Now, it is possible we have already bottomed within this wave 4. There are possible counts, right? A WXY pattern would be sufficient to consider this pattern actually full, and in that case, we would already be on our way to the new all-time high area, and the first target for a fifth wave in this case would be the $136 level. Now, we don't have any confirmation at the moment that we have bottomed, and in fact I do even still see possible counts that would allow for actually quite extended lows in this area, even possible like a 4-5, 4-5, 4-5 pattern. Something like this is actually still possible. In the case of this chart, I find it unlikely, to be honest. I find it more likely that if we get another low, it will probably be just one, but a large one. But yeah, regardless, it doesn't matter at the moment, the larger structure. We do have the possibility to go lower, but we do also have room in the support zone area to push lower. And within the shorter time frame, we have been tracking a couple of different ideas, where in the previous video, we were tracking in this blue scenario to the upside a possible 5-wave structure that could be forming. Now, for that to be the case, we would need to break out of the white resistance area that goes all the way up to the $40 level, and breaking above that would pretty much invalidate the idea that this wave C to the downside could develop as an impulse altogether. And in that case, I wouldn't necessarily be confirming that, okay, we have bottomed, we are already in the fifth wave to the upside on the large time frame, but I would be probably only looking afterwards for one additional low at most. Maybe one and a smaller one after, doesn't matter exactly, but probably just the one. We wouldn't probably be able to tell. But the main idea is that if we manage to form here a 5-wave structure to the upside, now this would be a leading diagonal, but if we manage to form such a structure, it would be actually a pretty good confirmation, a pretty good indication that we have bottomed in the wave 4, and that we may have even another entry opportunity with even higher probabilities in an initial 1-2 setup of the larger fifth wave to the upside. Now, within this structure in blue, in the previous video, we were in the wave C of the third wave to the upside. And in this wave 3, we did actually reach high or sufficient levels to consider it actually a wave 3. And if we even look for the ideal target of the wave C, we didn't necessarily reach that. That was the 100% extension. But at this point, I don't believe it is possible to extend further within this wave C. I don't even necessarily consider it clear that this is a wave C to the upside, but this is the best we have. Now, it seems we have formed an additional high since I provided you this support zone, but we did reach the area of support within the wave 4, and we did form a marginally higher high within the supposed fifth wave to the upside. Now, the exact pattern doesn't matter. In this case, we could consider that this larger wave 3 is complete. Now we can remove the smaller time frame count, and we can track a larger general area of support for a fourth wave correction in this case, and it would be between the $36.3 level all the way down to the $32 level. In this case, we did already reach it, and we may have bottomed. We do have a pretty bullish candle right here. We did open today with it, and it doesn't mean that we have bottomed that and that we are going to form the fifth wave to the upside. Keep in mind, even the structure to the downside does actually look quite impulsive in this case, where I could consider this a 1-2, probably a 3, 4th, and the 5th. And in this case, I would be actually very wary not to follow through in the white scenario, where right now I also have in that case a full ABC pattern, complete an ABC pattern that possibly has formed, topping here in a fourth wave. And in this case, I could even provide you an additional resistance area for continuation to the downside in the fifth wave, where I would be looking for resistance in this case in the area between the $35.8 level all the way up to the $38 level. Now, if we manage to break above the 78.6% retracement, it would be a pretty good sign for the bullishness of this chart, for the bullishness and the case of the blue scenario. We are likely to form a fifth wave to the upside if we manage to do that. But as long as we stay below that level, I believe it is a pretty high risk. It is, after all, a 1-2 setup that is in to the downside, forming in this area. And in this case, we need to be very careful of any entries. We could have a full possible correction in this wave 4, and we could already be heading in the fifth wave to new lows. And for now, there really isn't much else to add. I suppose we could still be looking for higher as well, as long as we hold the 61.8% retracement. But if we actually fail to hold that, I will probably be focusing mostly on the bearish scenario for now. And these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.